Okay, Robin, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on a successful listing in Hong Kong. What is the rationale then for this secondary listing in Hong Kong?
I think it's quite straightforward. Baidu is based in Beijing, and we want investors in Asia, those who are in the same time zone, can easily invest in Baidu. They can have a better opportunity to grow with us. And there were U.S.-China tensions for the past few years. I think investors also have this kind of concerns. Although we're not that concerned about delisting, but I think having another exchange for Baidu stock is overall good for the investors and also good for people around the China area to really share our growth.
And of course, you're not the only ones. We've had, of course, Alibaba and NetEase and many others.
Yeah, quite a few companies have done this, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like then because of those tensions, a bit of a hedging strategy for businesses. Was that part of the calculation?
Well, it was, but I would say more importantly, it's how we get more exposure to the Asia-based investors. How do we let the Chinese investors to really share the Baidu growth story? So we always wanted to list domestically. Hong Kong is obviously a choice. Shenzhen and Shanghai are also options. After evaluating all kinds of possibilities and the criteria for listing, it turns out that Hong Kong is probably the best for us at this time.
Are you happy with the ADRs? Have there been discussions about delisting from the US?
We always thought that was a very small possibility, but we fully understand some of the investors were kind of concerned about that.
Okay, you've raised more than $3 billion US. What is the priority for putting that money to work then?
Baidu is pretty much based in China. We earned our revenue mostly in RMB, not in US dollars. But when we do investment or do acquisitions, a lot of times we need to use US dollars. And raising money in US dollars could help us to expand our business quickly, either through acquisition or investment. And in a lot of cases, we need that kind of flexibility.
What are the growth prospects for the broader business looking like heading into the rest of the year?
This year we have an easy comp. Last year, because of COVID, our business was affected. So this year, the core business will have a pretty good growth rate. But more importantly, the new business, the new AI-enabled business, be it AI cloud or intelligent driving, it's been growing very fast, but it has reached to a point that the scale is not that small. And investors start to feel, oh, it represents 14% of your total revenue. And as the base, the current revenue base become larger, the growth rate becomes higher. That I think people were impressed by that. Although it was not a surprise to me, it's always being designed like that.
I believe advertising revenue accounts for about 70% of overall revenues. Non-advertising revenue is clearly increasing, as we just touched on.
Yeah.
At what point do you see non-advertising revenue overtaking advertising revenue? And if so, what time frame?
Yeah, it will happen. I cannot see accurately which year, but I think the trend is quite clear. This is not, Baidu is not alone. If you look at other, large internet companies, most of them, for most of them, advertising is a minority of their revenue. For us, it's like a monopoly. We just started with an online marketing business, but as a large platform, people, hundreds of millions of people come to Baidu every day, right? Besides showing them ads, there are lots of things we can do with them. We can help them. We can charge membership fee. We can do live streaming. We can offer online games. We can have transactions, e-commerce. There are lots of ways to really monetize the traffic. We just got started on that.